resistance. And on today's update video, I will be talking about the most important Bitcoin support and resistance map, which is going to be telling us something about that next move. And more importantly, on today's update video, I will be talking about my new take profit target, because yes, I have just adjusted my full take profit target on my $900,000 Bitcoin long position. So on today's update video, I will be telling you what target it is, where we'll be doing so, and of course I will be discussing the most important charts and patterns, which are going to tell us something about where that next move is heading towards. So without any further ado, don't forget to once again slap up that like button back above 1,000 likes. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the imminent short term on Bitcoin. So looking at the imminent short term, currently we can see that Bitcoin, of course, is creating this new consolidation phase. After we had this significant rally towards the upside, we've seen some consolidation right here. Bitcoin broke down, found support on this very important level right here. Currently, this exact level has been providing support 2 times in a row for Bitcoin, and now we've also seen a rejection exactly from the point we've previously also saw rejection from. So Bitcoin is basically once again in a new consolidation phase, and I want to be pointing out is that whenever we do break above 70.5k, the next resistance is going to be 71, and if we break above 71, we're going to be once again having that next resistance at the top side of the region. And if we break above this top side of the region, yeah, then I think Bitcoin is going to be going towards the range high, which is sitting somewhere around 73.8k. And yes, that is my target. I think Bitcoin is going to be going towards, and I also do think that I want to be closing my trade over there. I mean, I'm currently saying I do think, but I can tell you I will be closing my trade on 73.8k. And that is because my trade is already in the top of all the positions, and that is why the risk is only going to be far greater as I'm going to be holding the trade open. The funding rates are going to become way higher, and of course, if Bitcoin sees that move towards the downside, I'm going to be losing out of my gains. And your gains will only be realized once you, of course, close your trade. So yeah, I will be doing so on 73,000 US dollars. I think that is a very realistic target where I think Bitcoin could be potentially seeing some resistance. And of course, if we potentially break below this very important support box right here, we are most likely going to be going lower. And the targets where I think Bitcoin is heading towards, if we break below that level, is most likely this previous high in the market right here, which is sitting somewhere around 67.5k. So if that were to be happening, Bitcoin is going to be falling down quite significantly. And yeah, then we could be maybe seeing somewhat of a different structure. But just like I said many times before, a retest of the previous resistance, flipping it back into support. If this were to be happening, I mean, the trend overall on Bitcoin is looking bullish. We're creating a massive reversal pattern here on the bigger perspective, and it's going to be all more than likely that we are actually going to be bouncing up higher. And you can see right here, boom, we created that lower high structure together with lower lows, and then once we confirm that lower low structure in towards a higher low structure, we created also that higher high structure at the same time. And basically, if you're just looking at the bigger perspective of it, we're just creating a massive cup pattern right here, a massive cup, and maybe right now we're creating a slight little handle before that massive breakout higher. And yes, I really do believe that still there's a very big possibility we're just going to be grabbing the liquidity on the top side of the region and then potentially come down again here. And that is why I have set up my full take profit target on the top side right there, not because I don't think Bitcoin is going to be going higher than that point, but more that I am definitely satisfied with the profits I will be making because I long Bitcoin on the exact bottom right here. And if I can take profit on 73,000 US dollars, I will be making already more than 240,000 US dollars, and that is for me enough on this trade, and I will be just looking at the next opportunity to open up a new trade once again. So currently, we're seeing that Bitcoin is running indeed into massive resistance, and I believe that yes, this is a very serious level of resistance we need to be breaking above of, because this is just literally the resistance sitting around the all-time high for Bitcoin, and this is just not a level you're easily going to be breaking through of. So we're once again at the top side of the region. I do believe that Bitcoin, of course, eventually is going to be breaking up higher. If we are also looking at the liquidation heat map, we can still see that indeed we grabbed that massive liquidity of about 5 billion US dollars worth of short positions, around $68,000 to $67,000. Boom, liquidity is grabbed. And right now, the last liquidity that's laying in the market is laying somewhere around 73.8k, which is about 5.7 billion US dollars. So a small 6 billion US dollars worth of Bitcoin short liquidations is still laying above us. And I still think that ultimately Bitcoin is going to be grabbing it. And I'm not saying that we're going to be seeing that squeeze up higher from off that point, because I do right now see that the funding rates are rising again here. And this is also a signal that the market is getting a little bit more euphoric again. And also tomorrow on Thursday, so in exactly 1 day from now on, we're going to get the final deadline for the spot Ethereum ETF. Currently, there's an about 65% chance it's going to get accepted. And if it does get accepted, the market is most likely going to be pumping very significantly. But if we do see a rejection, however, the market is most likely going to be reacting very bearish towards it. And of course, especially Ethereum is going to be reacting very bearish towards it. But I am overall very excited to see what is going to be happening towards it. I think that we are most likely going to get it accepted, and we are going to be knowing in an approximately 48 hours from now on. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitter especially, because there is the place you will be knowing it first. So once Bitcoin is going to be hitting 73.8k, I'm of course going to be closing this trade. But straight away after, I'm going to be looking at my next trade. And yeah, if you want to be joining me with my next trade, don't forget to subscribe to the channel right now here. Smash up the bell notification so you're going to be staying up to date about what I'm going to be doing next. And if you are interested in trading yourself, check out the link in the description of today's video, because if you right now want to be trading just like me, you can currently claim a free $200 trade on Bybit, and you can claim it right now for only depositing $100 in your first 7 days. And here's how you do it. You go to the link description of today's video, you press on this link, you deposit $100 in your first 7 days, and boom, you could be claiming that free $200 trade. It's super simple, it's super easy, and the $100 you're depositing to claim this trade is also completely withdrawable. So if you're interested in trading, check it out in the link description of today's video. Going further, of course, we have been seeing that clearly in this cycle once again. It looks to be that 20 to 23% corrections is the new standard for Bitcoin. And I want to be straight away pointing out, if Bitcoin were to be right now creating that next leg towards the upside, which I think is most likely going to be happening, if we're then going to be seeing that next 20% correction, I'm straight away once again going to be the one that is going to be accumulating loads and loads of Bitcoin and loads and loads of positions once we're going to come down again here. So that is going to be my strategy, what I'm going to be doing. And of course, whenever that's going to be happening, you will be the first one to know once I'm going to be doing so. And right now as well, we can actually start to see that the bull flag pattern on Bitcoin is breaking out, which is most likely going to be catapulting us up towards $100,000. And while this is all happening, we're seeing that still on the spot Bitcoin ETF, we just actually hit a new all-time high in terms of total cumulative flow. And that is actually quite far a bullish thing what we're currently seeing, because more and more money is still flowing in towards the market. And as long as more money is flowing in, we're going to be seeing higher prices coming in as well. So in the last 1.5 weeks all alone, we've seen more than 1.5 billion US dollars of inflows on the spot Bitcoin ETF. So that is actually very great to see here. So hopefully this trend is going to be continuing. So hopefully we're going to be seeing this trend continue. But anyways, this was it for me in today's update video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to slap on the like button, subscribe to the channel, and see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.